have you with us. First of two today in the Dominican Republic as we take a look at the pitch conditions, and it is picturesque in Santo Domingo today. You can put it on a postcard, 87 degrees, 2% chance of precipitation. We should be all set to go. Here in Group C, take a look at the group standings. Third versus fourth, Suriname and Dominica fighting for their first points in the group. Both cannot qualify, but both can have a memorable finish to this qualifying campaign. The Dominican Republic and Guyana to follow with a place in the Under-20 Women's Concacaf Championship on the line. Both teams are looking for their first goals, looking for their first points, looking to finish with a flourish here in Group C of the Concacaf Women's Under-20 qualifying. We will step aside, we'll get to the anthems, we'll get to the lineups, and we'll get to the kick from the Dominican coming up next. Sean St. Jacques back here with you after a great rendition of both national anthems. Let's jump into the starting lineups for both teams. Suriname's 11 looks like this under Hesron Giroux. Looking for their first goal of the tournament. Gallant and Loafo up front will lead the attack for the third place side here in Group C. It's a very good midfield. Williams, Sandbliat, and Zansichum will lead the core of the Suriname midfield. And Latifa Mojijo is going to be the captain in goal today for Suriname against Dominica, who are in fourth. Also looking for their first goals and their first points here in the group. Shandor Wilkinson is our center official, leading a good crew today here in the Dominican Republic, as the aforementioned captains Mojijo and Star Humphreys for Dominica see who is going to kick us off to begin this final match day here in Group C at the Concacaf Women's Under-20 Qualifiers. Well, we saw Suriname's lineup. Let's take a look at Dominica's lineup under Rosalia Registe. In goal, Kaylee Christmas is going to try to keep Suriname out of the goal. We mentioned Humphreys is captaining the side, leading a good midfield along with Rosalinda Paul and Kayana Phillip. And Kanisha Joan Lewis, along with Royale Fontaine, will hope to score the first goals of the qualifying round for Dominica, sitting currently in fourth. Well, both of these teams are fighting for a moment here on match day 3. They cannot qualify for the Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. But of course, the honor of representing your country at this level and to try and score your first goals of the tournament, that is more than worth fighting for, to try to finish this qualifying round off with a flourish. This is the first of 2 today here in Santo Domingo at the Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez. Second game is for a right to go to the Under-20 Women's CONCACAF Championship, the Dominican Republic in first, taking on Guyana. But first, Suriname and Dominica get set to kick things off here from Santo Domingo. Suriname are in the red kits with the stripes down the front, and Dominica are in their beautiful green and whites with the yellow trim. Both teams looking for goals, looking for moments, looking to create memories here to finish off match day 3 and their campaigns here in the qualifiers. Will be interesting to see how the start of this game goes. Both teams will certainly be going after it and will be aggressive in looking to get those early moments of chances and create opportunities to score goals. Shandor Wilkinson blows her whistle, and off we go from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Again, it is match day 3, the final match day of Group C in the CONCACAF Under-20 Women's Qualifiers. Sean St. Jacques on hand with you. Happy to be with you for this one. First of a double dip here in the Dominican Republic. Suriname on the attack early on. A couple of touches here as it pinballs around on the near side. Nice run. Janique Van Siechum trying to pick out a cross, and it ends up flaring out of play for a goal kick. We were thinking Suriname were going to be the aggressors to begin. They get right on the front foot from the start. As Hesron Giroux looks on, Suriname's head coach, hoping that those can lead to chances in this game and possibly goals. Both teams have not scored yet in qualifying. Both teams lost to Guyana and the Dominican Republic. Rosalia Registe, the Dominica head coach, looks on. Our team can take some good steps forward today and potentially get on the score sheet and maybe pick up 3 points along the way as well. Cross into the middle is deflected out. Good step defensively by Kezi Vigilant, and it is out for a corner for Suriname inside the first minute and a half. Let's see if the short option will potentially be used here. Samani Loafo, he's going to take the corner. Saria Gallant briefly, number 10 there for Suriname, look to get on the end of this. It's a well-taken corner, it's volleyed towards goal. Still needs a clearance, and a shot is flared wide of the goal, but it's still in play. It's going to go out on the far side for another throw. Good pressure from Suriname. The volley inside the penalty area was really good attempt at it. The cross comes in, it's pinballed around once more. Lovely layoff here. A challenge is needed defensively. Dominica do well to clear their lines on this occasion. It's only cleared as far as Charlize Siderstrom. Did some good work initially there, but can't keep the play going initially. Suriname keep possession in the meantime, but only for a few moments more. Good step in from Rosalinda Paul initially, but Suriname win it back, and they win a free kick just outside of the penalty area. Maria Gallant continues to be persistent in these early minutes. Referee does have a word with Star Humphreys, the captain for Dominica, and it's a set-piece opportunity for the team currently sitting in third place. Defensive work to do for Dominica here. Suriname have been on the front foot in these first 3 minutes. They've had a couple of half chances. And this free kick is sent soaring over the top and out for a goal kick. In off the boot of Priya Godhart. And Suriname will reset. Suriname coming in off of losses of 6-0 and 3-0 to Guyana and the Dominican Republic, respectively. A couple of tough losses for Dominica, needing to shore up a few things defensively going into this game today. Both teams have goal-scoring capability. It's about creating the chances, and Suriname so far have been the team that has been on the front foot. Dominica so far have been there to stand them up defensively. All is sent into the middle. It's a good step defensively at the back. Melissa Laurent defends her territory well on that far side. Dominica trying to move it forward. Again, ping-pongs around on the near side in front of Esron Giroux. Suriname technical area. Feel momentum in this game, especially in our second game as well, the one for all the marbles later on today. It's going to come down to momentum. Who can string passes together and create the opportunities to flood forward? And then who can take the chance? Who can find that moment of glory? Lovely touch off the throw. It's sent forward. Maybe an opportunity to run onto this in behind. It's pushed forward by Philip. But she can't quite keep it in play. It's a good effort from Kayana Philip. Showed great pace to get to it. Just couldn't quite keep it in play on the far side. I should say the near side, beg your pardon. This is Daily Sanbliet, should say. Flaring the pass forward. It's picked off. Vigilant on the near side, tiptoeing it. Beg your pardon, Maris Joseph tiptoeing the sideline there. Can't quite keep it in. Suriname end up with a throw. And Zichum will shield it out. Siderstrom throws it back into play. Rosalinda Paul, Star Humphreys, and Kiana Phillip in that Dominica midfield have had a strong start. That's a lovely ball in behind. It's opened up some space here for Suriname in the attack. Lovely move to cross it into the middle. It falls for a big chance, and it's sent wide of the goal. Lovely ball to switch the point of attack. Damaris Williams had a good chance on it at the edge of the penalty area. Just couldn't redirect it on target, but it's a lovely move from Suriname. Just needed the end product. That's why Dominica are going to have to be careful on the edges where Suriname do have pace. They do have great crossers of the ball. Just got a great glimpse of it there. That's where Coach Giroux's side are hoping that they can create the opportunities to lead to their first goal of the tournament. Both teams are in search of it. Ball is sent through the middle by Humphreys. This could be a chance here as Refugio had to come off of her line there. The captain dealt with it well, sweeps it out of play for a throw. Ball is crossed in, deflected out. A ton of space to work with on that far side. Suriname's defense was stingy. Chance to counterattack, but it's a really good step on the back end. As Kezi Vigilant was there to clean it up. Godard took aim at goal from that set piece opportunity earlier. Just couldn't quite keep the ball down. But it's opened up here for Suriname again on this far side. However, the flag is up. And that negates any further progress on this occasion. Loafo has had a couple of opportunities down that far side to make an impact already in this game. This time just couldn't quite time the run up. Sent forward by Vigilant. It's a lovely turn into space. And a shot does come in, it bounces towards goal. And Kaylee Christmas comes up with it. Not enough venom on the shot to trouble the goalkeeper. Nice pressure high up the field by Phillip again on this near side. Certainly making her presence known. Cederstrom and Phillip could have a very fun matchup here one-on-one in this game today. It's the first of two. The Dominican Republic and Guyana will play in our second game later on today in the Dominican Republic. A chance to advance to the Under-20 Women's Concacaf Championship. This takes place from May 24th to June 3rd. USA and Mexico have already qualified. And we're trying to see which 6 teams will join them. A few have already punched their tickets. We will get to punch another one here today in Santo Domingo later on today. Jo Lewis was just trying to weave her way through a couple of defenders there, but was stood up. More good pressure from Suriname. There was no touch on the lunge there. More good pressure from Van Siechem high up the field. It was a throw-in. Dominica have to clear their lines here. Could be dangerous if they hesitate to do so, but the clearance is made. Joseph. Cut out by Cederstrom. This played centrally for Williams. Shot is curled in. Christmas on the second attempt. Corrals it. It's curled in by Royani Harjismita. Now Suriname are under some pressure here. At the back, more great running from Phillip. Chicho is cool, calm, and collected to deal with it. Dominica just trying to get more time on the ball in their opponent's half so far. This could be an opportunity to do so. Was poked forward on that far side, but again, Suriname's sturdy defense holds up. Loafo on the far side, a push and a chase. And a shot. And it's just a whisker wide of the post. Samani Loafo continues to be vibrant in these opening minutes. It's a really good strike. Just couldn't quite find the target or the back of the net. Her pace and skill on the far side is something to behold. Dominica haven't found an answer for her yet in these first 12 minutes. As this is given back. Ball is curled into the penalty area. Laurent dispossessed. Battle continues. It's going to be a throw-in for Dominica. Foe for Suriname. You throw in the work from Gallant, Mita as well. Sandliet in that midfield, and Janique and Sechum have all played a big role in Suriname being on the front foot and being the better team so far as creating the chances. Dominica have to give them credit. They've been holding on so far defensively. Mita is free on this far side, was played in nicely. Ball is in the middle for a chance here. Shot does come in, but it is blocked. And Sechum tries to shoot through traffic and is blocked off. Ball is curled back into the penalty area. It was the right idea. That was a couple of red shirts in the area, but it did curl out of play in the end for a throw. Seiderstrom has really had a strong half as well on this near side. Trying to create opportunities, and that time just trying to pick out a teammate in the penalty area. Dominica's back line and defense in front of that through the midfield has held firm once more. Loafo trying to make more headway, but this time she loses out on the far side. Samani Loafo has the best chance of the game for either side so far. Shot that just missed wide of the goal a few moments ago after a great darting run. As we said at the top, both teams fighting for that first magical moment, that first goal of the tournament. Try and build on here on Group C's final match day. First 3 points would be a tremendous way to send one of these two teams off. I think both teams, depending on how the game plays out, might be happy to leave with at least a point, but competition is thus that you want to finish with a win under your belt, even if progression is no longer possible. And Suriname have been the aggressors these first 15 minutes. Dominica have had a couple of glimpses. No shots yet. So Lewis is doing very well on this near side, but he stood up. Seiderstrom trying to cross it. Great recovery by Paul. Ball is lofted back into the penalty area for Christmas to shepherd out of play. Sent forward by Christmas. Paul tried to clear it. Suriname back in possession. Goathart out wide. Loafo. Can she conjure up this time? It's a lovely drag through. Loafo poking it into a dangerous area, but again, Dominica stand tall. And the shot from Mita is cleared. Chance to recycle it. Seiderstrom playing it centrally. She was brought down at the end of that play. Play is allowed to continue here. The tail end of that, not sure if there was enough there for a free kick, but she remains down here, and referee Chandra Wilkinson will attend to her here, possibly get some medical attention. This was the moment. She releases the ball, and there was a little bit of contact, to say the least there. Maybe that could have been brought back for a free kick on a second look, although again, referees don't get that luxury. A second look, have to call it live. Charlize Cederstrom is okay to continue. Just going to try and play on for now. She's been able to make a lot of headway on this near side with her runs, with and without the ball, should be said. It's a drop ball to restart. Dominica do have an opportunity here if they can put some pressure on. He's cleared further to this near side. Joe Lewis nearly won it back. Good persistence. And a good step in as well by Joseph, who continues her run after winning the ball back. Cederstrom went down again there. Hopefully it's not too serious, but that's the second time. And now Suriname can counterattack here. Loafo has space in front of her. Again, poking it centrally. It's a nice little turn and touch! And the shot by Williams is saved by Christmas. Tamares Williams had a great opportunity there, but well held by the Dominica goalkeeper. Loafo again. The playmaker goes to work again. Loafo gets past one, gets past two. It's a lovely cross, and it's a wonderful finish. Tamares Williams scores for Suriname. Their first goal of the tournament. A moment they've been waiting for. And they lead by 1-0 as we approach the 20-minute mark. Samani Loafo gets past two defenders and puts it on a plate for Williams. It's dazzling skill and a composed finish. Suriname in front by 1-0 after some magical interplay. Well, they've been knocking on the door all of the first half so far entirely, just about at least. And they get their reward. Samani Loafo has been tremendous, and it pays off with a beautiful run, lovely assist, and a beautiful finish from Williams. The referee will stop play here just before the 20-minute mark. Alexis Carty is a bit slow to continue here. We'll see if medical attention is necessary. As Rosalia Registe is talking things over with her side, trying to get back into the match. It is a good opportunity for both coaches to have a word with their teams after the first big moment of the match. Suriname's first goal of the qualifying round. And you have to give credit to Samani Loafo. She sets the whole thing up with a brilliant run. Gets past two defenders along the way, and then Williams, in your picture there, finished it off. Back underway here. Suriname could have an opportunity again. Shot is poked through. This time it is just wide of Christmas's post on the far side there. Opportunity for Van Seachem to get on the score sheet. Looks like Carty was waiting to come back on. We'll wait and see. And Dominica can get back to 11. It looks like they are now. Back to full strength. Jace Mita with the initial touch. Does trickle out of play. It's a Dominica throw. To the pressure from Royel Fontaine. Well, it must be just such a huge moment of pride and confidence for Suriname. They have struggled through the first two games, as have Dominica, but they have found a moment to clutch onto here on match day 3 in Group C. Ball is weaved through again. Loafo switching sides now. Trying to go to work again. Two teammates to aim at. She gets past two more. It's another great ball in. Shot was blocked. Second attempt is blocked again. Two teammates getting in front of each other there, but the second opportunity was a real chance. And Dominica do well to block it after another brilliant weaving run from Loofo. Now on the counterattack. Janelle Lewis to Joseph. Can Joseph find a teammate, maybe find some space? In the end, it's passed out of play. Well, now the game is picking up even more. You expect that when a goal goes in. The tempo just peaks a little bit more, ever so slightly. This one, should always switch the attacking wingers here, it seems, to throw a different look at Dominica after the goal went in. Talked about Loofo being now on the near side. There's the goal scorer briefly, Williams. Suriname win the ball right back. The ambitious effort from way outside of the penalty area is blocked. Angelo Lewis trying to weave her way through, was stood up, well recovered by Carjes Mita. And poked away from Williams, who was eager to score again. And then the pass, I should say the challenge, is poked out of play for a Dominica throw. Williams' goal, I should say, came in the 19th minute, just a few minutes ago. Loofo has continued to be active and dangerous with the ball at her feet. So versatile with the ball under her feet. There you go, 13 in red there. Every time she picks it up, something good seems to happen for Suriname. She might get it right here. It's a nice turn by Gallant in space, trying to thread it through. Still could be a chance here, and it needed to be dealt with defensively by Samuel, and it was. Dominica do concede the throw. Carjes Mita has a great left boot, tries to curl one through traffic, but it bounces harmlessly out of play. Hydro break here in the 26th minute. Said earlier, it's almost 90 degrees today in the Dominican Republic. Santo Domingo to be exact. Sean St. Jacques here with you, Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez. Both teams were looking for that breakthrough moment. Suriname was the more active of the two sides. They reaped the benefits of that activity. Loofo with a brilliant weaving run. And the finish from Damaris Williams about 6 minutes ago has Suriname ahead. And they've been looking for more ever since. Loofo there getting a sip of water with her teammates as Esron Giroux talks things over. Just the start that Suriname would have been hoping for. Again, both of these teams cannot qualify. Only the group winner advances. We will decide that in our second game today. Guyana will take on the Dominican Republic in their own backyard here with a chance to punch that elusive golden ticket to the Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. Both Guyana and the DR are both on 6 points after winning their first two games against these two sides. Now they face each other. That will happen after this game wraps up. Dominica, for the most part, have been able to handle a lot of the Suriname pressure, but Loafo has been the key to unlocking their back line. Besides Samani Loafo, not many others in red have been able to find a way through. But then Samani Loafo gets the ball and works her magic. 13 in red has been the best player on the pitch so far. Nearly created another goal after the first goal was scored. Now Suriname go right back to work. Christmas bobbles the shot that came flying back in from Gallant, but does hold on at the second attempt. Maria Gallant with a low drive. Now Dominica on the front foot here. Cross from Philip was cut out. Joseph trying to make some space appear, but it's a good defensive challenge. And then the pass, incisive as it was, couldn't find a target. And it is out for a goal kick. Ball played to the far side. Remember, both the wingers had switched initially, although now Loafo is central. Cross to this near side is going to be kept in play. Chance for Williams in search of a second. Nearly sets up a chance. Loafo! And Christmas is able to palm it into safe hands. Great strike from Samani Loafo as Williams tried to return the favor this time. It's a great ball in. Falls kindly for Loafo, who hits it first time. It's a great effort. Christmas was able to come up with the save. And then the referee, Shandor Wilkinson, sees an infraction, gives a free kick. Brief exchange here with Star Humphreys, the captain for Dominica. Can Dominica turn this into an opportunity? And the right idea, right space to aim into. Just too much power on the hit. And it's easy in the end for Mojijo and company to restart the play as we hit the half-an-hour mark in this first half. Just Mita, who's been active in the midfield, picks out a nice pass, but Dominica collapse on it. It's great skill and poise to keep that going by Gallant. Now pushing a chase by Williams, the goal scorer. Williams trying to weave her way through. Great defensive work, however, to cancel her out on this near side. Well played by Vigilant, and it's a throw. Pass is misplaced. It was deflected out off of Cederstrom. Dominica can take a breath and take possession back. Oh, it's lovely skill again from Loafo. Every time she touches it, pixie dust appears. Nice defensive stand there at the back there. As Cederstrom needed help, Simons and Tesse were there to help. Dominica do make some progress here. They win a throw on the far side. Humphreys and company trying to move it in the right direction in search of an equalizing goal. Here's Mita for Loafo. Loafo keeps going through the first challenge, but touch was too far in front of her on the second attempt. She keeps on pursuing the ball, and that allows Suriname to nearly win back possession, but again, it bounces around. Lewis, he's caught out by Siderstrom, who's well positioned, and then it's a lovely turn by Loafo. 2 defenders on her, she keeps on going. She's able to make good progress for Suriname on this near side again. She's been doing all half and wins a throw-in. Needs a moment to catch her breath after another great run. And then on the throw-in, a rare miscue from her. Hasn't had many, if any, in this first half up until then. She's certainly been the star so far. Goathart plays it out wide, wants to receive it back. Siderstrom has her pass cut out. It's a nice step defensively by Paul, and maybe Dominica can counter from this. Siderstrom can't quite get her boot on it. Phillip gets inside of the penalty area. Lovely skill by Lewis, and in the vital moment, she gets stood up. A good passage of play from Dominica, but then they concede a free kick on a late challenge from Maris Joseph. Well, the connection, take a look at that foul. Ooh, that's a very late challenge, and it was higher up than it looked initially. Ooh, that could have been possibly a cardable offense there. Here's the referee has let that go. A couple inches of stud to the left there, and that could have been a very dangerous challenge on Siderstrom. But it comes after the best passage of play we've seen from Rosalie Rajit's side in about 20 minutes of this first half. Just what the doctor ordered for Dominica to possibly get back into the game. Good to see Siderstrom back on her feet. She's had a couple of knocks in this first half. Suriname leading by a 1-0. The goal coming from Damaris Williams in the 19th minute. But it has been the Samani Loafo show so far here in Santo Domingo. Had the assist on the goal, has created 2 more clear-cut opportunities. Every time she's gotten the ball, big things have happened for number 13 in red on the bottom right of your screen. And on the opposite end, Janique Van Siechem is penalized and concedes a free kick. Whistle goes. Looks like there was a follow-through there after the pass from Star Humphreys. It's a free kick. Lovely touch into space by Lewis. Nice pressure by Joseph on top of that on the back end. And it leads to a Dominica throw. Samuel will take the throw. Dominica trying to get back on level terms before the halftime interval. Always cut out. Only cleared as far as Laurent, who's pressured here. Ends up giving it away high up the field. Pushing a chase from Van Sietchem, who stood up, but wins a throw in the process. Nice pressure from Saveria Gallant. Could it be Suriname potentially to add on to their lead? Coaches always say the last 5 minutes of the first half, first 5 minutes of the second half can be the best times to score a goal. Dominica now trying to find an equalizer. Philip gives chase. Two players putting pressure on Tanya Simons. And they concede a throw, Dominica, in the end. Cederstrom. And Sietchem. Nice step defensively by Joseph, but it's well recovered at the back. Nice play by Tesse. Seems like every time Dominica have been able to get the ball back, Suriname have had enough players behind the ball to deal with it. Case and point again there. Clean challenge on the second attempt. And the whistle is stopped as Cederstrom stays down. Good pressure again from Janot Lewis on this near side. Those two came together. Challenge Cederstrom put on the ball was clear, though maybe she took a bit of a shot as she hit the ground there. Her head went back. Good spot from Chandler Wilkinson to make sure that Cederstrom gets the proper attention here. And a rough physical half for Charlize Cederstrom. The Suriname medical staff tries to make sure that she is okay to continue. She's had a couple of physical challenges. For now, Suriname will play with 10. Gallant makes a nice run. Williams is in behind here. Damares Williams to score her second, and it's a great save by Christmas. Williams can't believe she didn't score, needed to pick out a corner. And she hit it right down the middle. It's a wonderful ball over the top from Gallant. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Christmas holds her nerve and makes the save. Huge chance missed for Suriname. Now can Dominica take advantage? Janot Lewis. It's a lovely dummy. She tries to shoot. There was help on either side. And Suriname clear their lines. Now Loafo picks it up with space to run into herself. Teammate up with her. Loafo continues the run. It's poked into the penalty area. And Christmas comes up with it. It was not deemed to be a back pass because it was a challenge on the ball. It's well spotted. Referee plays advantage here for Williams. Williams weaving her way into the penalty area and ends up winning a corner. Last-ditch defending from Dominica. Corner upcoming as it looks like a yellow card for the initial challenge that was allowed to be waved on is given here. Linda Paul was closest to it. This was the challenge at the end of the play by Vigilant to stop the shot from Williams. And there's the confirmation of Paul being booked on the tail end. Referee did a good job to play advantage there to give Suriname a chance. And then it's good refereeing as well to go back and make sure that Paul is booked for the initial infraction that was allowed to be played on through. Played to this near post by Loafo. Loafo gets it back and is brought down. It's a free kick. just outside of the penalty area. And Suriname have a late set piece opportunity with a few minutes left, plus potentially some stoppage time at the end of this first half. Another look at the challenge by Joseph. I think it's that follow through ever so slightly that trips up Loafo. He's now trying to run it off a little bit here at the moment. Samani Loafo will take the free kick. Beg your pardon, it's Karjis Mita. Not enough venom on it, but a good curling effort. Christmas, who's been dealing with a little bit of a wrist issue at times in this first half, has made a couple of good saves. You can add that one to the list. And she clears Dominica's lines. There's one other game going on at the moment in qualifying. Women's under-20 qualifying round. Cayman Islands 0, Guadeloupe 0. And then there's a host of games later on tonight, the 6 p.m. window in particular. Eastern Standard Time US, of course, has plenty of big games. And that late game between Belize and Nicaragua, certainly looking forward to that game as well. And our second game here has basically everything on the line. Dominican Republic and Guyana, both on 6 points. And the winner of that game advances to the Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championships in just over a month's time. Williams picks off the pass high up the field. Loafo, this time has stood up initially, continues to fight for it, puts pressure on, and wins a corner. A little bit of extracurriculars after the play was over. Samuel felt that there was an extra push at the end, I think, but referee comes in to sort it out. Here's the pushing and actually a little bit of grabbing there at the back, and the shove at the end after the play was over. Great reaction from Samuel as if to say, was that necessary? I don't think so. Karjis Mita from the corner. Williams comes within another few feet of scoring. Well, it's a lovely worked corner on the short way. And Williams just can't quite put it on target. Could have had a hat trick in this first half. Marius Williams. As we enter injury time at the end of the first half, there'll be 2 minutes of it. Pass goes all the way back to the captain, Mojijo, but she gives it away and then makes a phenomenal save to make up for the error. Philip nearly equalizes right on halftime here. Mojijo had to make sure that her head was on a swivel. She took an errant touch, but makes up for it with a huge point-blank save to keep Suriname in front. Well, they say as a goalkeeper, you have to keep your head in the game even when chances aren't coming your way. Mojijo didn't, but then snapped back to reality just in time to make up for her own mistake. And that's what captains do. It does lead to a corner. Can Dominica find a late first half leveler? Humphreys, the captain, will take it. It's a well-placed ball. Header is down. It is wide of the goal, off the head of Fontaine. Great service from the captain, Humphreys. Fontaine did just about everything right. The header just wasn't accurate enough to beat the goalkeeper or go on target in the end. Is that maybe a burst for Dominica to gain some momentum here at the end of the first half? Loafo picks out a good pass. We've had the 2 added minutes. Maybe one last opportunity. Loafo again, weaving her way through. This time it's cleared, and that is how the first half ends in Santo Domingo. A late burst from Dominica with some pressure at the end of the first half, but the first 45 minutes belonged to Suriname. A goal from Damares Williams has Suriname ahead in their first goal of the tournament, has them 45 minutes away from claiming 3 points. At the half in the Dominican Republic, in our first game today, it is Suriname 1, Dominica 0. Match day 3, Group C. Suriname leading Dominica at the break by a goal to nil. It does look like there's some changes upcoming here. We start with Suriname, as it looks like Odense Kwasi is going to come on, and the goal scorer is Williams is going to come on. So Jelly Sabaho is going to come on as well. On the other side of things for Dominica, 2 and 4 coming on. Leine Julien and Leanne Royan going to come on. The team trailing a goal to nil. See how those halftime changes dictate this important 45 minutes. Suriname leading by a goal to nil. They've got their first goal of the tournament in their back pocket. Now they want to get the 3 points on the board for the end of this qualifying window. Dominica had a nice finish to the half, but Suriname dictated the tempo for 44 minutes of it. We'll see if Dominica can get back into the game. See there, Seiderstrom was the second Suriname player to come off. Had a couple of physical play moments involved with some Dominica players in the first half, and hopefully she's okay. Really fought hard in that first half as Philip wins it back for Dominica, makes a nice run through the middle. But you know, Lewis leaves it. There's a chance there for a Philip attempt. Didn't quite square it up. So Julien came on for Joseph, and one Laurent came on for the other Laurent. So both teams made a pair of changes here. Started the second half. Dominica's, as you'd expect, much more of attacking changes, while Suriname brought on a defender to replace Seiderstrom. That was Sabaho, and then Kawasi for some freshening of the legs in the midfield. It's Dominica. Let's start on the front foot here. Fresh legs of Julien helps lead to a corner. As Dominica is attacking from left to right on your screens in the second half. Sean St. Jacques here with you. Game being played in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, the Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez. Both teams cannot qualify, but both can finish with a flourish. As the corner is whipped in, had to be, I think, kneed away off the line. Mojijo, the goalkeeper. Mita sends Loafo on her way. If she can get to this, she could have been in very good position, but not able to do so. Well, nearly another wonderful counter-attacking opportunity for Suriname. Even Samani Loafo, in the form she's been in today, wasn't able to get to that really good ball. Really good idea from Royani Karjesmita. Karjesmita. Centrally, Gallant, looking for space, has help to her right. She shoots instead, and Christmas comes up with it. I think it was going to go wide anyway, but goalkeeper had it well covered. Really, Christmas has made 3 or 4 very good saves in this game so far to keep Dominica in with a fighting chance. This is Philip. Joe Lewis, not vibrant at the end of the first half. The pass, he's astray. Suriname have room and numbers. Karjesmita runs onto it. Loafo with time and space. And she's dragged down. Referee tries to play advantage, but does have to bring this back. And gives Suriname a thoroughly deserved free kick. Suriname double their advantage in the early minutes of the second half. Loafo will take it, as we've come to expect. A lot of green grass in the middle of the penalty area to aim at. It's exactly where the ball goes as well. It's headed back towards goal and off the crossbar. Still a battle for it. It was deflected out. It's a goal kick. Christmas, not sure if she got a touch to it before it hit the bar. It was a looping defensive header. Christmas was right to at least put a hand up in that area. Could have very easily fallen through the gap. But Dominica do deal with it in the end, just about. And Cardi clears the lines, but only as far as Hargis Mita. Loafo trying to poke it away. She gets it back. It's a stunning strike, but a very good save by Christmas, who loved every second of it. Very good strike again from Loafo. Christmas using her length to get to it. And then Suriname concede a free kick just to Suriname's side of midfield, right by the center referee today, Shandor Wilkinson. He's done a great job so far. Humphreys will get us back underway. Suriname still clinging to that 1-goal advantage, as the first 5 minutes have come and gone in this first half. The start for Dominica has certainly been better. Can they find a leveling goal that would really make things interesting? And this is the first of 2 today in this group. We will see the Dominican Republic play on home soil later today against Guyana, with a chance to advance to the Concacaf Under-20 Women's Championship. This ball is lofted in and well spotted by the captain, Gijo. And she clears the lines. It falls precariously in behind here. Can Suriname take advantage? It's a good push and a touch into the penalty area. It does trickle out of play, I think, although I think the assistant referee didn't get the best look at that. It should have been a goal kick, but Dominica do get a throw out of it in the end. I beg your pardon, Suriname do. Loafo curling it into space. It takes a couple of deflections around. It nearly fell for Gallant. It's a really good clearance in the end, and Dominica can try and push their way out of trouble. Loafo can't quite cross it into the middle to find a teammate. And Gijo will come to collect. Awkward moment at the end of the first half that nearly let Dominica in. They win it high up the field again. It appears that the flag has gone up here, ending the sequence. That's where Dominica have been able to make things happen. A few chances they've had. They've come from the high press from the front three. Philip, Janelle Lewis, once in a while Fontaine has gotten involved as well. At times Suriname have made mistakes there. Loafo follows through, and it's a free kick. Alexis Cardi standing her ground, and she's the one that won the free kick. It was actually a late challenge from the substitute, Odense Kwasi, after Loafo lost possession. They step in defensively there as Dominica come down the near side with it. Fontaine passed it back to Cardi, who lost it, and Loafo is on the attack again. Can she find some space? She ends up tumbling over. And after a miscue there, I think this is going to be a Suriname corner. Samuel just lost her footing for a moment. Loafo on the corner. Can this prove to be a fruitful possession for Suriname, leading by a goal to 0? Oh, it's a lovely ball in, and not a bad strike either. Godhart had it deflected back out. Tried to volley it first time out of the air. Very difficult technique. And it's another corner kick opportunity. Loafo will serve it in once more. Towards the back post this time. There was a push in there. And then a high arcing volley from Gallant soars over the top of the goal. Godhart ended up going down. It was two great services from Loafo. Just no finishing touch from Suriname on this occasion. Suriname get it right back. Loafo is open. Curling it in, it takes, well, 3 deflections in the end on the way through. Dominica do just about enough to clear it. Nice follow-up by the substitute, Julian. But you know, Lewis could lead the counterattack for Dominica. Lewis keeps on going, but Suriname get enough players behind the ball. It's played in towards Philip. Did she stay onside? She crosses it. Chicho comes up with it. I think she just about held her run, Philip, before she received the ball. I should say more accurately, when the ball was kicked, she was onside. Dominica again showing that they are certainly capable of getting back into this game. But now it's Suriname's turn to attack. It's poked through again. The chance goes wide from Kwasi. Now really could go either team's way. It was all Suriname in the first half. Great halftime adjustments from Rosalia Registe and company have shown big promise for Dominica in this second half. The halftime substitutions have certainly played a part as well, as Gallant tried to turn, but to no avail. It was cleared out, and then RJ Smita gets the worst of that. And Philip, I think, thought she was going to escape a yellow card here. She hasn't. And in the end, Kayana Philip sees yellow for this challenge. And it was the kick through, I think, on the hand. Yeah, she didn't. Maybe thought she'd gotten away with it there. But it's very good refereeing from Shandor Wilkinson to stay on top of it. Smita takes a shot. Loafo tries to regain possession. Dominica again trying to bring it forward. Loafo, great backtracking to poke it the other way, and then she gets it back. Slashes through 2 defenders and ends up giving the ball back. Gino Lewis again. Had Philip in the middle, ball was behind her. Loafo, lovely ball. Gallant can't quite get the touch right. Paul can't hold on to it. Ball is threaded through to Van Seachum. But here's Humphreys trying to get Dominica on their way. It might have been handled. Referee allows play to continue. Don't think it was intentional. Is Mita pulling the strings in the center of the park today for Suriname, as has Loafo. Loafo has acres of space. She's being closed down. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Falls for a chance, and it's cleared off the line. Hezzy Vigilant gets there before Christmas has to make the save. And it's out for a goal kick. Loafo working more magic on this near side. Great ball through the middle. The initial chance was missed by the substitute, Kwasi. Follow-up ended up being blocked off the line by Vigilant, and it had to be. Loafo again, curls one. Wide of the post this time. Samani Loafo continues to shine for Suriname. And Suriname still have to feel like, with half an hour left, this is not done and dusted. Second goal would do them the world of good to provide a cushion here. Dominica still have a big say in this as well, with 29 minutes plus stoppage time potentially still to come. There's an ambitious effort, and it stings the bar. What a strike. Christmas does just enough here. And Saint-Bliet nearly scores a world-class strike here. It's a wonderful effort. Christmas does get a hand to it. And it's nearly one of the goals of the qualifying round from the ensuing possession. Dominica do clear their lines. Well, O'Daly, Saint-Bliet with a stunning attempt. But now Philip has it for Dominica at the other end, rolling it into space. In the end, the shot is rolled into the goalkeeper. I wasn't entirely sure if Saint-Bliet was actually going to take the shot initially. She was sure, and she nearly scored a miraculous second goal for Suriname. But give Kaylee Christmas all the credit in the world for getting a glove to it. Well, after the dust settles here, both teams had good chances to either add on to the lead or equalize. As we seesaw back and forth in this second half. Dominica's turn to try and foray forward. This is a chance for the substitute, Julian. Pass is cut out. Still alive here for Dominica. Humphreys didn't see Loafo coming from behind. And the pass is misplaced into the center of the park and cut out by Cardi. Lovely ball through the middle. Loafo gives chase, as does Gallant. Dominica take no chances. It's a throw-in for Suriname. There's the star of the game. You briefly saw her. Samani Loafo trying to give Suriname 3 points to finish up their qualifying Group C campaign. She turns beautifully and shoots and squeaks it in. Samani Loafo now has a goal along with her assist. And Suriname are on their way now potentially to all 3 Group C points. Well, this has just been a microcosm of the game so far. Loafo spinning past one, past another, and Christmas misjudges it on the line. It bounces through. Lovely skill again from Loafo. It's a much-deserved second for Suriname, and it had to be her, didn't it? She's been great all game. Christmas gets a fingertip to it, can't keep it out. Samani Loafo likely clinches the player of the match with that goal after she set up the first. And Dominica have a mountain to climb here with 25 minutes left. Lovely run. It was a good strike, maybe fortunate it goes through. And Christmas, who's had such a good game as well, unlucky not to keep that out. It took a tough bounce on the way through. She gets fingertips to it, but not enough. Now another great ball through here. Gallant this time is in behind, and in the end couldn't quite square it up. Ball is still in play. Van Zietchum crosses it for Gallant. Severia Gallant can't quite get a shot away before she's dispossessed and then commits a free kick. I should say a foul that leads to the free kick. A tough one for Dominica to take there. They've played so well in this second half. Now they're 2 down, and Loafo goes back to work once more. Brilliant skill again. The ball is very well placed. Could fall for another chance, and Christmas gets down to her left to keep it out of play. She's been dealing with a wrist injury, at least some pain in the wrist in this game. She stays down. It's a stinging shot. Just inside of the penalty area. Christmas makes another good save. She conceded a corner in the process and got the worst of it. And Zietchum puts in a really good strike. I hope Christmas is okay here. She's gonna roll over here and have her wrist looked at. Heshron Giroux has to feel great about the way this second half is played out. Dealt with some pressure. His team has been under the cosh at times, but boy, have they responded. And Samani Loafo has been the difference once again. Ice pack is going on the left wrist of Kaylee Christmas. Seems to be in quite a bit of pain here. All smiles for Suriname as far as the score sheet is concerned. Of course, they're worried as well about Christmas. Loafo has a goal and an assist. Damaris Williams scored the first goal back in the 19th minute. Of a Loafo assist. Williams was substituted at halftime. Both teams made 2 halftime alterations. And speaking of which, more are warming up. Zahir Langford is the backup goalkeeper for Dominica today. I'll be curious if she ends up having to get called on here. Just over 20 minutes left in this final match day in Group C. Again, Suriname and Dominica cannot qualify, but they're trying to finish on a high. Suriname are in the box seat to do that. Dominican Republic and Guyana to follow in Game 2 here in Santo Domingo. To see Christmas get back up onto her feet. Rosalie Regis and company were certainly concerned for a moment there. Deep breath there, maybe a sigh of relief that the goalkeeper is at least able to get back on her feet and try to fight through this for now, it looks like. Heshron Giroux getting his side ready for a corner that's going to follow here. Just Mita will take it. It's a good curling effort. It is cleared out of play by Lewis, and it is another corner. Lewis has been great today for Dominica. Has been very positive in the attack. It's also a good sign that Christmas, despite needing an ice pack briefly there, is okay. 20 minutes left. Dominica need 2 goals to salvage a point. Suriname want to make sure that they see out all 3 points. Short corner. Just Mita puts in another dangerous ball. Headed away by Laurent. And it's deflected out. Not sure who that was last off. Referee gave a signal. It looks like it's going to be, well, at least initially it looked like it was going to be a goal kick. The assistant referee on the far side signaled as if it was a throw. But again, Shandor Wilkinson, our center official, has been on it today. It does appear that it's going to be a goal kick out of this hydration break. Midway through the second half, and a brief conference goes on there by the goal. Christmas has a brief hydration break, maybe a bit of a talking over there by the goal. Well, the second goal was scored by Samani Loafo, and the way the game has gone, she has thoroughly deserved a goal. She has the assist on the other goal. Dominica, have to say, they didn't play poorly in the second, and I should say in the first half by any means. They stood tall defensively, but they've been much more active in the attack in the second half. The improvements have been made. They haven't been able to find the back of the net to find their first goal of the tournament. And Suriname have created more chances, more clear-cut chances, and have 2 goals to show for it. Sean St. Jacques on hand here with you. Game 1 of 2 here in Santo Domingo at the Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez. The Dominican Republic to come against Guyana for all the marbles at the top of Group C. Can only the group winners advance? 6 will move on in total to May and June's Under-20 Concacaf Women's Championship. The US and Mexico have already qualified. And we will see which of the Group C teams will join them later on today. Guadeloupe have scored in the other game against the Cayman Islands. Heard it was a very good goal. So it's 1-0 in that other group stage match. Lewis stood up, but gets past the challenge. And Zichum makes sure it is out for a Suriname throw. Garjes Mita. Loafo has been the woman of the match so far. This ball in the end, though, just a smidge too firm. And Van Seacham sees it run out for a goal kick. Dominica get back into this game, get a goal back to maybe start a comeback. Good high pressure. Humphreys strikes for goal. Goalkeeper gobbles it up. There was that moment at the end of the first half, but it was still 1-0. Well, Gijo just made a brief error that nearly led to the equalizing goal. Dominica's pressures led to more chances, but not been able to get on the score sheet. Crossed into the middle. Oh, it could fall for a chance. It was deflected out for a goal kick. Kwasi took aim, but that was actually the challenge that deflected off of her boot and back out of play. And Suriname had a chance there to secure all 3 points with 15 minutes left. Mita. Lovely ball. Loafo poking it through. Those two through the spine of the team have just been exemplary in this game today. Good pressure from Philip for Dominica. Julie on the substitutes had some good moments as well. Mita. Getting it out wide. And it's just going to be too far out in front. Suriname trying to put a bow on proceedings here. Galant just couldn't catch up with it. Galant gets to this one. Just Mita trying to find some space. Leads to a throw. Ooh, that took a stinging deflection off a block there. Referee is going to have to stop the play. Oliver Samuel was brave here to get in front of this. It's her right on the stomach. That one always hurts to take. She did the job and blocked the pass, but got the worst of it. I was just trying to run it off. Referee will restart the play. Again, we still have one more game to go. Dominican Republic on home soil against Guyana with a place in the Under-20 Concacaf Women's Championship up for grabs. Two top teams in the group following the two teams at the bottom of this group. Originally, Grenada was going to be a part of this group, but they did have to withdraw from qualifying, which was unfortunate to see. But these four have provided some great games for us. And we've seen the two dominant teams have their way in this group, and those are the two you will see next after this game wraps up. And Suriname are hoping that it'll wrap up with them taking 3 points back home with them. Loafo, who's been the star of the game. Ball is sent back towards goal, and Christmas nearly comes early for Suriname as that slips through her fingers but goes over the top. It's a very ambitious ball through. And Christmas, who's made some great plays tonight, just misjudges this and nearly, no pun intended, provides a gift to Suriname. She has provided a corner. As Tanya Simons is a bit slow to continue. Set piece upcoming. Curling effort. And I think it was a strike at goal, maybe a cross from Goodhart. Either way, it curls out of play. Loafo. Again, a great first touch pass through the middle. It is recycled around and crossed into the middle. Did it take a deflection? It did not. It's a goal kick again, as Suriname want to make sure they want to add a third and be convinced that they will win this game and see it out. Dominica need two if they want to salvage a point. Williams scored the first goal for Suriname in the 19th minute. And then Loafo, earlier in this second half, scored the second. He's given Suriname their first 2 goals of the tournament, or the qualifying round, I should say, and potentially all 3 points. Now then, Gallant tries to keep it in play. It runs past her. Here comes a couple of changes. Kaylee Brown is going to come on for Suriname. Makaija Emanuels as well. Looks like Severia Gallant is going to come off. Putting in a very good shift. Daly Sandliat is also going to come off, and the second change will again see Emanuels come on. Says Ron Giroux. Thanks his players for a job well done. Some fresher players on to try and see out these last 9+ minutes. Have to give Rosalia Regis some credit. Made some halftime adjustments, and Dominica played much better for the first 25 minutes of this second half. The players put in some great effort throughout the game. But Suriname have just been so good in the final third. They could have scored at least a couple more. And Dominica just haven't had the same sharpness at the other end. Christmas. Good battle in that midfield. Just meets up. Out wide by Kwasi. Kwasi again. Finds space. Pokes the shot through. And Christmas has no trouble with this one. Putting some pressure on Humphreys there. Couldn't get the ball away from her. Humphreys again. Loafo. And again, wins it back. Poked through beautifully. Chance for Suriname to grab a third. It's played centrally. Loafo stays with it. Loafo! Stinging the palms of Christmas, who keeps it out. Just Mita trying to keep it in possession for Suriname, but commits a foul and a free kick is given. And a big chance here for Suriname to really finish it off. Christmas gets a hand to it before it is cleared away at the second attempt by Vigilant. And it stays at 2-0. Mita and Loafo trying to link up again. Cleared out for a throw as we approach the end of the 85th minute. Loafo is a Dominica player slow to continue. For now, referee allows play on. Humphreys sends a good ball in behind. Goalkeeper has to deal with it. And comes off her line brilliantly. First touch from the coach as well. I think the players for Dominica appreciated that. I'm sure Coach Giroux's got a good first touch himself. Five minutes of the 90 remain. Space could open up here for Suriname on the far side. It's quickly closed down. It's the substitute Brown trying to get forward. It's good defensive work from Leanne Laurent. Brown from the throw. Crossed into the middle. Nawafo. Was that a challenge that could have possibly led to a penalty? Referee saw nothing wrong with it. We continue on. Nawafo is still down. Maybe just got the worst of it there. Certainly is slow to continue. Another change for Suriname here. Tanisha Wiebers comes on, and a great game for Royani Karjesmita comes to a close. Nawafo is coming over to talk with her coach here. Play gets back underway. Hopefully she can continue. Maybe Shiro will go back to the bench. We will see. Well, he has used 5 changes. Just the 2 for Dominica so far. And that will change as Anik Francis is going to come on. Rosalinda Paul, who's on a yellow card, had a good shift today as well, will exit. And her coaching staff and teammates are happy with her performance, as they should be. That's the other part of this tournament and this qualifying round that should be remembered as well. It's not just about the results, it is about the performances, about the winning, about the improvements, and getting the experience, not only representing your country, but playing in a team like this, potentially improve down the road. Philip is down behind the play. Referee's being asked to stop the play, and she obliges. Philip needs some attention, holding her shoulder, it appears. Here's the sequence that led to it. She trips over the defender's foot. Didn't look as bad initially. Well, she's getting stretched out. Must be that shoulder. Sometimes the fall can be enough to at least activate or agitate. That is what she's trying to stretch out, it is that shoulder. Windmilling it around. Injury stoppage has taken us into the 90th minute. Wait to see how much stoppage time left there will be. If Suriname will be close to finishing this off, or if Dominica have some time to maybe make it interesting at the end. Swing pass is taken right back. Suriname can try and finish this off, put the cherry on top of the sundae. This shot comes in. Christmas sees it go wide of her goal. We've entered injury time. the end of this Group C tie. Looks like there are 3 more minutes left for Suriname to see this out and claim 3 points in this Group C finale. Williams and Loafo have scored the goals. Loafo has the assist on the first goal. Dominica have shown well today, just haven't had the finishing touch in goal required to stay in the game, at least as far as the scoreboard is concerned. They've certainly stayed in the game as far as their performance, that is for sure. Pulls another rabbit out of her hat. Leaves it centrally for Goathart. He tries another curling shot. Christmas holds on just about. Suriname have tried to test her now after the miscues earlier. Goathart wanted some glory at the end, and Christmas wraps it up. Everyone needs to get stretched out, it appears. There's about a minute left. Coach Giroux is doing everything for his team, managing them, stretching them out. Rosalia Registo encouraged by a good chunk of what she's seen from her group today as well. It does appear it's going to be Suriname who are going to see this out and finish off this qualifying group stage with 3 very important points. And finish off with a strong performance and some good memories to take back home with them as well. Seconds of the minimum of 3 remain. And that's the final whistle. It is Suriname's day in Santo Domingo. They finish Group C off with 3 points and 2 very, very good goals. Dominica had a great performance today, but they do finish as the bottom team in the group. Suriname will finish 3rd in this group stage. Rightfully so, they were the better team for 90 minutes. 2 great goals. Samani Loafo was the star for Suriname, and they win the game by 2-0. 3 points in the back pocket to take home with them. And Dominica, despite struggling at times in this group, really played well today, just not able to get the result required to get any points on the board in this group. It was a well-played game by both teams. Both goalkeepers had some interesting moments throughout the match as well. Haley Christmas made some big saves. Suriname could have had a couple more in this game. Dominica missed out on 2 or 3 big opportunities, especially at the end of the first half when they had a chance to get a goal on the board. In the end, Suriname was able to see it out. Defensively, they were very strong throughout. Anytime Dominica were able to push and make opportunities happen when they were able to high press, in particular, those moments didn't lead to anything fruitful for the girls in green today in the Dominican Republic. As we take a look now at the full-time match highlights from this one. Again, both teams knew going in that they were not able to qualify for the Concacaf Under-20 Women's Championship. It certainly didn't show. Both teams went right after it from the jump. Suriname had the better start to the game, and it was plays like this from Samani Loafo that were a sign of things to come. She had some magical moments on each of the wings. This was an early chance for Williams that Christmas was able to make the save on. Williams would be active throughout the half. She wouldn't play the second half, but this was the first goal, a magical run from Loafo. Williams in the middle to give Suriname the lead. That came in the 19th minute. Loafo was doing this all game long, weaving in and out of challenges. And Damaris Williams scored Suriname's first goal of the qualifying round in this group to give them the lead just before we hit the 20-minute mark of the first half. Then she tried to return the favor. It was Williams to Loafo this time. Christmas came up with a very good save to her left to keep Suriname from adding on to their lead. More chances would come. This was a big save as well. Williams one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Christmas stands firm and makes the save in a big moment, 1v1. Williams couldn't believe it, but it had occurred. Second half, Dominica really picked things up in the attack, but Suriname still had the better of the chances. Loafo took aim. Christmas came up with the save. And again, really, Samani Loafo. There were a lot of good players on the pitch today, but Loafo shined the brightest in this game. This was an ambitious strike that struck the bar from quite some distance out from Odeli Sanvliet. Christmas ended up getting a save on that, got a touch to it, and kept it out. Then Loafo going back to work in traffic, gets past one, gets past two, and sneaks it in at the near post to give Suriname a second goal. Christmas just didn't read the bounce as it came in, but Loafo thoroughly deserving that goal, as did Suriname as a collective. And it was the goal that was able to help them see the second half out and claim 3 valuable Group C points. That was the final act of any note, and that is how it finished in Santo Domingo. Great game for both teams, plenty for Dominica to build on, but it's Suriname's day in the sun, and they win it by 2-0. There is Suriname moving up to 3rd in the table. They will finish on 3 points. Dominica finish in 4th, and we have a big second game coming up as the Dominican Republic and Guyana fight for the top spot in the group and a place at the Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. Stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, here it finishes Suriname 2, Dominica 0, as Group C rolls on the final match day.